Hi, this is Ernie. I'm the guy who had $6 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. Again, today taking care of the family cars. I'm at a dealership. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna actually do some couple trades so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And I know I've been showing similar trades every week, right? Every Monday. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is because there are people asking, you cannot do that every week. There's no way you'll be able to get that type of return every week. I'm actually showing you that you could. I even showed you how I did it over a 1 year period on an Excel spreadsheet, and they're like, oh, you could have made that Excel spreadsheet up. So again, I'm showing you what I do so that you'll be able to follow how I sell options to generate weekly income so that hopefully you'll be able to replicate if you want to and if you have the risk tolerance in order to generate decent amount of income every week after week after week. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you why I do it, my philosophy behind it, and what the impact is when you do this and try to reinvest. So let's go with the trade. This is Nebius. It skyrocketed, came back down. Let's go to 16 strikes. So what I'm going to do right now is trading a little bit below $70. I typically go for 1%, so this will be the 1%, right? So $65. So I'm going to choose that striking price. And as you can see, I now have enough to sell one contract because I've been selling these puts, use that money to buy shares. But anyway, let me show you how it's done. So I'm gonna use my cash as a collateral and sell 10 contracts. So you need to have about $70,000 in order to do this. And in return, you're gonna get $700. So as you can see, a lot of my options have expired. And of course, that's how I made money. Or that's how some of these options expired. And I secure 100% of the money and able to redo this again. So sold puts at 65, 10 contracts at 77 rather than 70 cents. So I got, and then paid $3.14, and this is the money I got. Next one is Oscar Health. It's doing relatively well today, up almost 3.5%. And for me to get 17 cents or at least 1%, it has to be about $16. Again, as you can see from here, now doing the same thing I do, now I have enough to sell one contract. So I could sell puts to make money and sell calls to make money and accumulate even more shares. So I'm going to sell 10 contracts. So in order to do this, you need $17,000 in cash. And midpoint is about 28 cents. So I'm going to do 27, 28. And then I'm going to send for execution. And as you can see, above Nebius, I got Oscar selling puts at 16.50, 10 contracts at 27 cents. I couldn't get exercise at 28. So I made 266 and 86. And the third one I'm going to do is SOXL. It's down slightly. It was down a lot earlier, but it came back up. So for me to get 1%, I need to go here and sell it at $25 striking price. And as you can see up here, I have over 5,000 shares. So I'm going to sell 56 contracts. Midpoint is 29, so I'm going to try to do 29. And I should be able to make $1,624. And as you can see, it went through $25 puts, 56 contracts, 28 cents is what I got, and $15.50. So I'm not even doing rest of them yet. But as you can see, 3 trades alone, I just made $2,584. And again, I do this every week. So even 3 trades alone, now you're able to make close to $10,000 if you do this every single week. So why am I doing this? I could just wait for stocks to go up, and that's actually one strategy. That's actually a very good strategy. But here, let me show you the reason why I'm doing this. Because I want to accelerate what we call compounding effect. So let me explain to you in a simple term using Excel spreadsheet. I know not everybody's a fan of Excel spreadsheet, but let me show you what I mean by it so that you can actually understand the logic behind why I sell options to generate income and reinvest this to buy more shares. This is SOXL, and it's no different than interest banking. What I do is whatever money that I made, I keep buying more shares. So if you have only 100, that means next week you're going to get one more share. Because remember, you got 1%, so you can buy one more share. Another week you can buy another share. So you go to 102 shares. And it's going to take you how many weeks for you to eventually double so that you can sell 2 contracts? Now it's going to take 70 weeks. That's a lot of weeks. On the other hand, if you have 200 shares, you can get 2 shares a week after, right? Because you get 1%. So 1% of 200 shares will eventually come out to that. And rather than waiting 70 some weeks, by the time you hit 42 weeks or 41 weeks, instead of 2, you can sell 3 contracts. And so forth. But remember, I have 5,000 shares. I started with 5,000. Where am I? I am at, week 13. No, week 12. Because every time I sell, I'm making enough to buy, just here, difference, 50 shares. Now I'm selling 51, where I get 51 shares more. Now here, I'm able to buy 51 shares, 52 shares, and so forth. So typical compounding, like for example with VO, you're compounding every quarter, right? Every 3 months. I'm compounding every week. So by the time, let's say 1 year goes by, I did the calculation. Rather than 5,000 shares, I'm going to have 8,388 shares. This is how you build, you tremendously grow and accelerate your growth of your portfolio, because I am keep investing and using the power of compounding. And you cannot compound like this without adding more money, more of your money. And it's not even compounding if you're using your own money to buy more shares. This is the fastest way to compound and double, triple, and quadruple the number of shares you have, so that as it goes up, you're going to build even more wealth. This is precisely how $250,000 in April became almost $400,000, because I am using that 1% of the money and keep adding so that I can sell 52 contracts, 53 contracts. And now I am 56 contracts, and next week it will be sufficient enough to sell 57 contracts. I know I cover a lot, but this is how you want to invest your money, especially if you have good risk tolerance, because there's no other way that you can accumulate wealth or build wealth without adding too much of your money other than doing this. And by the way, if you don't have that risk tolerance, just buy and hold and have your dividends get reinvested, then you will be able to compound on a quarterly basis. But to me, this is how I build my wealth and how I have been successful leveraging options. I know you will have a lot of questions about this, so feel free to reach out through comments. Sorry, I have like 700 some or 1,000 some DMs that I've not responded, but if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out through comments. Please don't forget to repost, like, and follow for more investing tips and how I leverage options to generate weekly income and accelerate portfolio growth. Hope you enjoy your day, and I will see you guys soon.